Hi everyone. The first time that we're using Google Drive in class is for the space critique. Because of that, I'm going to talk you through some of the features of Google Drive. I realize that everyone in the class is going to have a different experience level with Google Drive. So if you look below this video, you'll see links to various topics in this video. If you already have a Google Drive account, if you already know how to create documents, you can skip to the stuff that's more relevant to you. This video is designed for both new and experienced users. If you are totally new to Google Drive, you probably should go through and watch the whole thing. For everyone in the class, though, I do want to say please do create your documents in Google Drive directly. I prefer that you do that instead of creating a document in something like Word or Pages and then trying to upload it to Google Drive later. If you do that, a lot of times the formatting and the images and everything totally changes, and it's actually much more difficult to change those things later than to just create it in Google Drive from the very beginning. So let's go on to the first part, which is creating an account in Google Drive. Most of you already probably have a Google Drive account, even if you don't realize it. If you have a Gmail account or an Android phone, you also already have a Google Drive account. To get to an account that you already have, simply open Google and click on this icon in the upper right-hand corner called Google Apps. Once it's open, you can find the Drive icon right here, and that'll take you to your Google Drive account. If you don't have an account, you can go to google.com/drive and you'll end up at a page like this. Click on Go to Google Drive, and it'll prompt you to this screen where you can create an account. Simply follow the steps and you will have a Google Drive account. Once you're signed in, simply go to that Google Apps icon in the upper right hand corner and open Drive, and you'll be at your account. So here we are on the main page of Google Drive. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to create a document. What you need to do is go to the upper left hand corner, click on New, and it'll give you several options here, including making folders and uploading files. What I want you to do now, though, is create a document, a Google Doc. Click on that, and now you've got a new document. Once you have this document, please do take a moment to rename it. Click on the title to rename the document, and put in your name, the class, and the current assignment that we're working on. Notice that right here it says saving, and now all changes saved in Google Drive. If you've never used Google Drive before, you might not know that Google Drive saves all documents automatically. You never have to save anything in Google Drive. It'll always do it for you. So those are the basics of creating and using a document in Google Drive. Most of the features in Google Drive work a lot like you would find in a regular word processing document. However, I'm going to show you a few things that you may not have used before. The first is how to insert media. So for this project and for your final project, you will be asked to include things like images and videos and so forth. If you want to include an image, you have two different ways to do it. The first one is really simple. You can just drag and drop it right into the document itself. Or you can click on Insert, an image, and upload from computer here, and then you can insert the document or insert the image that way too. Once the image is inserted, you have several options. You can find them by clicking on it. Notice down here it says inline by default. This means that the image is its own line of text. If you click wrap text instead, that means the text will go around the image. And if you have break text, that means that it will be totally broken, that there will be text above and text below, and it will be its own separate thing. Notice you can also change the margin. This is how much white space appears around the image. And then you can click on any of these corners if you wanted to resize an image. For our projects, I suggest you usually select wrap text. It usually looks the best. And then you can just drag your image around wherever you happen to want it in the document. When you're done, it'll save automatically like it usually does. I'm going to put some text up here. And this is to show you how to also insert a link. Unfortunately, images are the only media that you can insert directly into a Google Drive document. You can't insert audio or video directly. So you'll have to link to a different website to do that. Let's say that I wanted to do that now. So I'm going to select my name, right click, and select link. And I can paste my link right there and apply. And now we have a link to a different website right in the document. If I were to click on this, it'll take me to that web page. So those are the basics for how to insert an image or insert a link to other media. In order to create a folder, you follow basically the same procedure as you normally would to create a document. You click New and select Folder. You please name your folder with your name and the class like you would for a document as well. The last thing I'm going to do here is show you how to share documents in Google Drive. One thing I want to note is that once you share a document with someone in Google Drive, all subsequent versions of that document get shared with that person unless you unshare it. So every time that you make an edit to the document in Google Drive, that edit automatically gets shared with anyone who has that document shared with them as well. There's no need to share a document with somebody more than one time unless you've unshared it with them. So I'm going to start by showing you how to share a single document. To do so, right click on the document and click Share. From here you have a place to enter the person's name or email address if they're not in your contacts already. So I'll enter my email address here, rpshepherd@gmail.com. When you add me to a document, if you hit enter after putting in my email address, it should autocomplete with my name and there should be a small picture of me beside it. If that picture is not there, then the document is shared with the wrong Ryan Shepherd. When you share a document with someone, you have 3 levels of sharing. You can share it as can edit, which means that the person can do anything they want to the document. You can share it as can comment, meaning the person can only add comments or suggestions. And you can share it as can view, meaning that the person can only look at the document and cannot make any changes at all. When you share a document with me, please share it as can edit. When you share a document with your peers, please share it as can comment. If you are not sure if you shared a document with someone else or not, one way to check is to open up the share folder or the share prompt like before and click this advanced part down here at the bottom. This will show everyone who has access to this document. So right now, I'm the only one who has access. If you were to share it with somebody else, that person's name would also appear below your name here. Sharing a folder works in much the same way as sharing a document. Right click, click share, and you type in the person's name here. For folders, you have only 2 options. One is that they can organize, add things, edit things to that folder. The other is that they can only view it. Now, please note, if you say view only, the person can still download files from that folder. So just keep that in mind. I would like you to create a folder right now and share it with me for all the documents you create in the class. When you have a shared folder, let's say that this one is shared, whenever you put anything into that shared folder, it automatically gets shared with everyone who has that folder shared with them. This will make things much easier for the rest of the class. Whenever you put in a new document into this folder, it'll automatically get shared with me and you won't have to reshare it again and again. So please do create that shared folder. And when you're ready with your space critique, you can just drop it right in that shared folder and it's ready to go. This is just an overview of all of the features that we've talked about here today. Please remember to create a document and do all of your writing there instead of trying to upload a Word document or something later. This will help you out with the formatting of things like images. When you're inserting media, please make sure to change any images to wrap text. And remember that you can't insert video or audio directly. You'll have to add a link. Please make sure to create a folder for this class using your name and the class name here. And make sure to share that folder with me. Once that folder is shared with me, you can drop any documents you want directly into the folder and they will automatically be shared with me in the future. If you have any questions about Google Drive, there is a space for questions below this video. Please make sure to ask your questions there. If anything is confusing, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help.